Hey, cutie pies, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching a new edition of What Happens on the Soaps. This is The Young and the Restless. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm not going to hold you. It wasn't much to this one today. Um, let's see. Let me think. So we see Sharon and Adam. So Sharon and Adam are. He comes over to visit her and everything. We see people have been sending her gifts, flowers, food, the traditional things that people send whenever there's someone lost in someone's life. And so she goes to the door and it's Adam, and she's happy to see him, and he says, "How are you?" And she gives the generic answer, and he says, "Listen, that's I'm not a coddler." Like, and I said, "I know, because you sure didn't call it yourself." But anyways, he said, you can be real and truthful with me." And so she begins to break down because she says, Ray was such a good man and he was so kind and sweet. And here goes Ashland getting to survive the wreck when he was a horrible person. He's a horrible person. He lied about cancer, all of this, but he gets to survive, and Ray doesn't. And so she's just emotional, and just, and he allows her to be that vulnerable with him, something that she couldn't do with her children because she doesn't want them to see her like that. So it was, even though everyone told him not to come over, the best thing that could have happened was from Adam to actually come over and talk to Sharon. So that he just comforts her and everything, and he tells her, like, if you need anything, if you need someone to just talk to or break down with, I'm here. He said, you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be politically correct, you don't have to be strong and everything with me. He said, I'm here for whatever you need. If you just need to break some dishes, he said, because if not, you're going to bake and work yourself to death trying to pretend that everything's okay. And so she appreciated him coming over. And so then Chase comes, and Adam leaves, and Chase tells her, I wanted you to hear this from me. And she was like, what's up? And he said, Ray died of a heart attack. And she's just beside herself, because she's like, oh my gosh, how he was fit, he was healthy, and he was like, I don't know, but that's what the autopsy is saying. And she said she wanted someone to blame, for the wreck. She wanted someone to blame, but there's no one to blame. And she was like, what was his last moments like? And she said he told her, I don't know, but they said it happened really quickly. It was fast and sudden. And so even though it's sad, she just hopes he didn't suffer, and everything. So then we go to, speaking of Chase, he had just come from Victoria and Ashland. So Victoria's working and Ashland comes over, and it's the same old thing with Ashland. He tells Victoria he loves her. He knows she still loves him. She says, yes, I do still love you, but I don't like you either, because look what you did to me. You used me. And he said, yeah, it might have started out like that, but it didn't end like that. Sometimes it's not about how it ended, it's how it started. I know people love the bad. It's not how it started, how it ends. But no, on this, it is how it started, because you started out using her. How could she ever believe anything? Like, Victoria, you can't want to go back to Ashland. How could you ever believe anything else he ever told you in life? Like, he could tell you he's sick, and you would have to actually go to the doctor's office and look. I would have to look at it while he's doing it. Look at all the scans and everything, because how could you ever trust him again? And she pretty much tells him that. And he says, as long as there is hope for you to love me, because he said, at one point, I know you did love me before everybody got in the way. Like, Ashland, God, like, what's wrong with you? But anyways, Chase comes in and he's asking them about the wreck and questions and everything, and they tell him what happened. And he says, so Ray went over to the lane and he never came back out. And they were like, no, he never came back out. He was like, that's odd, because Ray's, was knew how to drive in these conditions, and he knew how to control the vehicle if something, like that happened. And so that's when Chase got the phone call, and he went over to Sharon to let her know how Ray died. Ray died. So that's why we know that Ray couldn't control the vehicle, and he went over because he had had a heart attack. Um, so anyways, that's always Sharon. I mean, Victoria Nim. He just tells her, he loves her, and he's not giving up or anything. Whatever. She'll be back with him by Christmas. That's what I say on all these soaps. In 6 months, around Christmas time, they'll all be back together. Holidays, they'll be back together again. So then we go to Billy and Lily are talking, and he's all worked up because he can't reach Victoria. And I'm like, sir, like, calm down. Don't be all invested. And I'm like, because your children are away and everything. Give Victoria a minute. She don't have, like, y'all are not together. She doesn't have to talk to you. And so he all worked up, and Lily is just like, you need to be focused. Like she said, Victoria got this or whatever. You need to be focused on what we got going on. And Lily, I'm with you on this. Like, it is all these men on this soap. It is disturbing to see how, and I'm not just talking about this soap, how they're all involved in other stuff that has to pertain to their exes. It's like, I'm sitting right here in front of you, sir. Concentrate on me. Like, we have a meeting today. I guess it's their first meeting as a merged company and everything. And you sitting over here worried about Victoria. The Newmans got Victoria. He said, you're right or whatever. And so they go to this meeting because the meeting is at Devon and Amanda's place. But before they get there, Devon and Amanda let Imani in. Is it Imani or Iman? Anyway, she come in with her thirsty self. While she was walking all cute, I was like, okay. But then she's gonna talk about Nate and stuff, and I'm like, girl, he's with somebody. What are you doing? And so then she says, I know he with her, but I'm just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with a little office flirting and all that. I said, yes, it is if something else happened. Because that's how cheating starts. You just a little flirt. I can't stand when people say, ain't nothing wrong with looking. Yes, there is. Because you looked and that's how cheating starts. Because some people just don't look. But I don't want to be with somebody that's ogling other people. No, that's nasty to me. So then we go to, who else do we go to? So then we see Nate. Nate is with Elana, and she's just, excited for him to start his new job. It's nothing with them. They just want to spend some time together. She has her reservations, but she is excited that he's starting this new company and a new time in his life. And so she tells him that she gets him a tie for his new job. So he gets the tie and everything, and he go on over to Devon's. I mean, I'm sorry. Some of this I can't hold you because it wasn't that much. They were happy, lovey-dovey because they thinking about what happened with Ray, and it makes them come closer together. So then they come over. Nate goes over to Devon's, and Iman, so she said, "You wear that tie really well." Excuse me. And he was like, "Oh yeah, Elena got it for me." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Hi, come in. I'm well." And she was like, he said, "Oh, Eleni got it for me." And she said, "Okay, well, it looks nice on you and everything." So then we see where after that, Billy and Lily come in. So now it's all five of them sitting down and they're discussing the merger and everything and how it's all going to work. So then they talk, and Nate comes up with an idea to have like this party to let everyone know about their merger. And so in this party, Devon is apprehensive because he's like, I don't really want to be the face. And I said, you should have thought about that before you took the job. So he's like, I don't really want to be the face. But Lily says, I think this is a great idea. Plus, Devon was like, Nate was low key. And she said, but it's new people now. And Nate said that as well. It's new people now, and we need to let them know we're the new faces of the company. And Lily is like, yes, let's go for it. And they have to talk Devon into it. And then Billy's sitting over there, um, I don't know, looking a little bit upset about it and everything. Um, so I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work out for them because they're brother and sister and they're merging. But I think Billy feels left out. Devon feels overwhelmed being one of the faces of the company, and Lily's going to be torn between the two of them. And Nate, I hope he keeps not paying attention to Iman, but who knows what'll happen there. So, anyways, that was the Young and the Restless today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you another day. Oh, excuse me, tomorrow for the new episode.